Welcome to the Real Estate Espresso Podcast, your morning shot of what's new in the world of real estate investing. I'm your host, Victor Menashe. The year 2020 has come to mean a lot of things for so many people. For some, it's meant hardship. For others, it's brought setbacks. Sadly, for a lot of people, 2020 has been a year of devastating health issues. If there's one word that captures the year 2020, it's the word risk. Well, risk is nothing new. It's been ever present. But this year has seen some risks that would have been considered low probability to come true. If you had told me at this time last year the hotel occupancy would fall globally into single digits, I would have laughed. If you told me the airline industry would shrink by more than 50%, I would have said you're mad. But here we are. The fact is, most of us are not trained on how to assess risk or manage risk. For that reason, I'm going to be hosting a free 1-hour risk management webinar on the evening of October 15th. In that workshop, I'm going to give you the tools to recognize risk, categorize it, quantify it, and plan for it. Now, if you can't make it, or if you want to review the material a second time, we're going to be recording the talk. To register, go to victorjm.com/events. That's victorjm.com/events. On today's show, we're talking about the top 4 causes of erosion of our most scarce resource. Whether we're talking personally or more broadly, the scarcest resource is time. And time wasters are among the most tragic of outcomes. After all, that's all we have is time. Time is the great equalizer. Many of those who have managed to amass wealth have learned to manage their time better than others. They use wealth and their time together in concert to create leverage. They spend money to save time, and they invest time and money together to multiply their business and life objectives. But there are things that happen in life that can derail focus and cause massive amounts of time to slip by. And on today's show, we're going to focus on the top 4 causes of time erosion. Number 1, low-value activities. There are so many activities that make up part of daily life. Some people choose to spend time mowing their lawn. That's minimum wage work. And if your time is worth $10 or $15 an hour, then by all means, you should mow your own lawn. But if you aspire to more, then you should delegate that work to others who can do it for less than your time is worth. I rarely go shopping these days. I try to order almost everything I can online. It might be ready for pickup at the grocery store, but I focus on minimizing the time that's wasted. Number 2, emotional disruption. When people get uncomfortable, they often seek distractions in order to manage their emotional state. Some people spend time on social media. Some turn to alcohol or watching TV or computer gaming or any of a number of distractions. There's a massive difference between idle time wasting and regeneration. Regeneration's an important and vital activity, and time wasting has very little regenerative quality to it. Number 3, a health issue can cause a massive disruption in your life. This could be something as simple as a common cold, which could sap you of energy, to a more serious situation. My sister recently had a bout of appendicitis. I'm happy to say the surgery and treatment she received post-op has been successful, and she's fully on the mend. But that single event has taken her offline for a minimum of 3 weeks. The last health issue I had was back in high school, when I too suffered an intestinal issue that had me miss about 3 weeks of school. Today, here in 2020, even a mild symptom that matches the COVID-19 description is cause for self-isolating for a minimum of 14 days. And if you test positive for SARS-CoV-2, you could be infectious for a period, and you could lose a lot of time because of that. Paying close attention to your health and managing your health carefully is so vital to not having your health blow up on you and cause a massive loss of time. And number 4, conflict. Conflict can sap you of energy and focus. I know that whenever my wife and I have a disagreement, which thankfully doesn't happen often, I've witnessed 3 to 4 hours just vanish into thin air. We've gotten much better at coming back from those hardened positions and resolving conflict more quickly. But conflict comes in all shapes and sizes. For example, if you're party to a lawsuit, that process can drag on for months or years. The amount of time and energy lost in dealing with a lawsuit can be astronomical. And right now, there's nothing more important for society than dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic and its impact to the health of people and the health of the economy. But in the U.S., we're in the middle of an election cycle, and the last time there was consensus and collaboration among lawmakers was in early spring when the CARES Act was signed into law on March 27th. The past 6 months have seen nothing new to help the economy. In fact, the White House reported yesterday they're not even going to try and get consensus on helping the people until after the election. That's another month wasted. And in the meantime, The economy is suffering, people are losing their jobs, businesses that can't make it in the current environment are closing permanently. The most important thing you can do with your time is manage your time and energy, and that means leveraging others to conserve your energy for the most important tasks. It also means making careful decisions about when to engage in conflict versus focusing on your goals. And it also means devoting time to maintaining and preserving your health. As you think about that, have an awesome rest of your day. Go make some great things happen. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.